Hey, great afternoon, everybody. It's your girl Kat here. Thank you so much for stopping by the network, Emerge to Wellness. Thank you so much. Look, I pray it is Blessed Wellness Wednesday on today. I was getting ready to put I was getting ready to mess that all up. But it is Blessed Wellness Wednesday. I pray that you are having a wonderful day today. Wonderful. Whatever you put in front of that, I pray that you are having an easygoing day today, and that you're on your way to relax. And if you're not, because today could be your off day, I don't know. Today could be your off day. You could just be relaxing all day or taking care of business, running around, doing all those things that you have to do to make sure your situations are well. So that's what we're going to talk about on today, because I say all the time, and we exchange with one another. You might exchange with your friend, your parent, your whoever, your your friend, your parent, your spouse. You could exchange with whoever, but in exchange, those communication exchanges, a lot of time, and I always say, especially here when I'm speaking with you guys, I'm always saying that I pray that you are well, and I absolutely, most definitely, truly do. My question is, and what I want to know, and maybe hear a little bit, hear not even a little bit, but hear much, but hopefully hear some from you guys. What are you doing to make sure you are well, that you're staying well, that your situations are well? Well is like good. It's better than good. Things are going well. There's you're doing all the things that you need to do to make sure that your prescriptions are filled. You're doing everything that you need to do to make sure you're waking up on time. Man, I am talking about me. Is that something that you struggle with? I do from time to time. I get to staying up way too late. Well, you know what? When you do that, things might not go as well as they could, because you could wake up earlier. Well, and or because, let's say this, because you stayed up late. I'm talking about me, and you may be able to relate. And I hope this helps you out as well. You stayed up too late, which means you're going to wake up late, and everything that you do is kind of hard to get back on track when you're running behind. Could be an hour, could be 15 minutes, could be 10 minutes. And then when you have to factor in traffic and things of that nature, nope, I didn't do what I needed to do to make sure that today would be well. At least my time management would be well managed, right? So, what are you doing to make sure that things go well? This is something, and we don't even think about it because we just go about our business day to day. We just go about our business doing the things that we have to do, but knowing that there are things that we have to do. We're not just supposed to sit back, pray, and sit back, pray, and see. There are some sayings that we have which can trickle into and manifest themselves in the things that we do. I'm gonna just pray about it. I'm gonna just pray about it, and I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm gonna just pray about it and watch God move. Now, God will move because He does. He's everything. It's possible with God. He does move, and He can do all the things that He set out to do for you, with you, or without you. It might not. Now, with you is so much better because you get to use your creative self, you get to use your gifts and talents that He put in you for those reasons to do whatever it is that you're doing. But do we just sit back and not do anything? That doesn't calculate into your situation doing the most good for you, and you doing the best that you can in your situation. When we just let it go. I'm gonna just let it go. We just gonna do this minor thing. And not talking about prayer at this time, but we're gonna do these minor things and just let it go. Well, if you're trying to set yourself up for the best situation, then we need to do more. You need to do more. I need to do more. We need to be diligent workers at our life's efforts, right? So that we can end up with better outcomes, more positive outcomes, especially if there's goals that we're trying to reach or obtain and things that we're trying to do. You're working towards something. We actually need to work toward those things, and we need to set ourselves up for success instead of, you know, running the okey doke on yourself, just thinking, blaming, reasoning away, procrastinating. Yep, I'm a lot better at that, but still working on it. I pray that you're working on those things that you recognize that you need some help with. You recognize that you need some help with, or that you need to fine tune, tighten it up, get it together, ship shape, and all of those colloquials that we use. But I pray that you're fine tuning those things, that you recognize them, you see them, and that you're taking the steps that need to be taken to tweak them and get them in the proper shape and condition that they need to be for your outcomes to come out as beneficial as possible for you. That's what we're doing. We're not just living life. um the hope is for us not to just live life and it just have its way with us. We're supposed to do all the things that we can do, all that you can do, whatever's in your hand or at your grasp, whatever you can do with that, that is what we're supposed to use to make it work, make it better, make it right, make the way a little bit better for ourselves, for our children. We want to leave great legacies and all of those things. But having all of those things set before us, let's make sure we're setting ourselves up for success, that we are setting ourselves to be well and to do well in whatever situations that we're going into, right? You could be going to Look, my sister was in this lovely play this weekend, and it was awesome. Kate, everybody did a wonderful job. It was Serenity House, and I'll have the exact name of it at a later date. But it was an awesome play, awesome play. Tip my hat off to all of everyone who was in it, who had a part, who danced, who sang, and some of them they did multiple things. They sang and all of those things. It was an awesome play. But to prepare and get ready so that they could be well and do well, they had to learn their lines. They had to soak up every bit of energy that they could as far as being emotionally invested in the characters that they played. So I pray, look, and with all of that, there's that fine tuning that you have to do. There's the work that you have to do so that you can have the expected outcome that you want. Nobody in my mind, that's Katrina, everything that you call me, in my mind and in my heart, I wholeheartedly believe nobody wakes up and just want to do the bare minimum, or nobody wakes up with the attitude or mindset to um to not be well, to not do well, to not I don't I just don't. Let me know if that's wrong and you know something different. Please let me know. I don't think they do. I don't think they do at all. Everybody, you don't start your day out like that, just thinking that I just, I don't. I believe everybody, and that may be the optimism of me, just, and it could be false. It could be false. It very well could be. I've been wrong about some things, you guys. Do you know that? Have you? Yeah, I've been wrong about some things too. And that could be false too. But I don't think with everything in me, everybody wants to achieve. You want to be something, you want to do something. So, with that being said, and not specifically with that thought in your mind, because that might not be the way that you think, and I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to regulate you or tell you how to think or how to feel about other people. I'm just sharing what I think. I don't think anybody wakes up with the thought of being mediocre today. I'm not going to try my best. I don't. I'm not going to try my best. I'm not going to work the hardest that I can work. It may turn out that way, but I don't think that that is the standard of living for anybody. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. Is that like just yeah? But anywho, moving on. With that being said, if you have things that you're trying to do that you have to get through, and goals that you need to achieve, doing the work, learning those lines. All of the actors had to learn every line. I'm sure there was some improvisation. That's cool and all of that. But the meat of, the meat of the play or the meat of whatever it is that you're doing, you need to learn all about it. You need to invest time in it so that the end result and the outcome that you want, which is not, I'm sure not, I'm gonna just go up there and just wing it. I'm sure that the outcome that you want for any measure of achievement is a great one. If you're trying to achieve that measurement, it's not just one of mediocrity or even a standard type of thing. Trying to achieve and do your best. I'm hoping and praying that we all are striving to do our best. And if we're not, I pray that you are connecting or connected or can get connected with people, with places, with resources that can help you along the way. Because it can be a tiring thing. It can be something that, you know what, so I guess, yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. But if you are at your top and you're fully facultied in your mind and all of those things, yeah. But there could be some barriers. Yeah, let me give respect to that. There could be some barriers that are in your way, that are in your mind, that may be in your environment that causes a person to not want to. In that respect, in that regard, my apologies. I withdraw that, and that I held that for a long time. So see, talking it out helps. It helps with your thinking. So talking it out, talking it through, helps saying it out loud helps with your thinking and some perspectives that you might have. You see, that was a perspective that I had and that I held for quite some time, not um giving space for when there are times, there are situations, there are circumstances, and not that I didn't know, but I don't think I gave the gravity of the amount of due respect to those situations in my thinking. So with a revamped thinking and a transformed thinking, I can give weight and respect to the fact that there are barriers, there are situations and circumstances that would hinder, that would hamper, that would distract, that would cause someone to feel like, whatever. There could be that. And with those things, I'm praying that there are connections, that there are resources and people around you to help you with that, to help steer you out of that cloud, and help with your situation in some way, shape, or form. Now, the way that help comes may be different, will be different in all of the circumstances. It will be different, and the way that someone helps you can look a different way for someone else than it does for other people. So, with that being said, may you be open to receive great information from someone, be open and available to receive a different perspective, a different way to look at things, a different way to handle things and approach things, with maybe a different demeanor or decorum or just a different way to strategize, right? Because sometimes we fail, or we lack, not fail, excuse me, sometimes we lack the information that we need in order to plan and strategize in a manner that seeks out for the best of the outcomes that we want to have. So prayerfully, we remain open even when those situations and circumstances do might come about that cause us to be depleted in that area. Prayerfully, we're open to receiving like information and help, resources, and those type of things that would help, that would be beneficial to us in order to attain and obtain information to reach the goals that we're trying to reach, to achieve in the ways that we're seeking to achieve or have maybe once wanted to, because it could be something that you like, whatever with that, I'm over it. So, but being in the right place at the right time, speaking with the right person, could offer you some um some answers that you need, some resources that maybe were not there, that you didn't even know about that existed. So, prayerfully, look, in talking about this, we are setting ourselves up to absolutely be well, to do well in our respective positions, in business or employment, uh, both those things in tandem, because some of us are doing both those things, all of those things, in parenting, in being a youth and being a child. Firstly, you're setting yourself up for a great educational day. You're setting yourself up as a parent, to do all the things that you need to do to have your house run smoothly, while you're not there. When you get there, we're setting things up for dinner to go smoothly. I might be prepping the day before. So just doing those things so that we can be well, doing those things to like educate one another, and just in and of our own households, on talking about behavior, talking about conflict resolution, and just giving great advice and suggestions on those matters that affect other people, because our skills and development and communication, how we deal with one another, affects everybody that we come in contact with, right? Because sometimes you might not, you don't want to hear no, not might, sometimes we always want our way. Everyone always wants their way, but we need to know and teach inside of our households first and foremost. They're gonna, because it's gonna be learned. It's gonna be learned the easy way or the hard way. But teach inside of our homes, teaching our children, how to receive and understand that it's not going to always be yes. There will be some no's, and this is how you should respond, and this is the best way to respond. Of course, they'll do as they do, but giving that sound advice, those suggestions, you know, day to day, or whenever you take the time to do that, however that's done, serves its purpose in planting the seed so that when those decisions have to be made, there'll be better decisions. There'll be better decisions, and they're better decision makers. And then their outcomes for the day turn out different, right? They turn out drastically different. So let's do that inside of our homes. I'm practicing it. And we're getting better. Nobody's perfect, and nobody's asking for perfection. No one will ever be perfect, but we want to get better. We want it to be well within ourselves, within our homes, within our communities, and therefore, expanding to our cities and to our streets, and where, however that is, to your state, and so on and so forth. So with that, all that is being said, is to ensure that we're taking the steps, the appropriate steps, to in fact be well, so that it can go well, so that our health can be well and better and improve. And we have to take the steps necessary to make sure we're in a better health situation, especially when we know. If you know, the thing is, when you know better, you do better. And it is true, because when you know, it's hard. I'll say for me, and I know many of the people that I'm connected to, when you know something, it's just hard to not, you can't unlearn. Once you learn something, it's really hard to unlearn it. Now, I'm not talking about bad habits, but like positive things. When you know that eating so much sugar or so much salt does one, two, three, degrading things to your body, it's hard to know that and still keep on. Now, there are some circumstances you always have to give way for the special instances and circumstances and things of that nature, because everybody is different. Everybody is different. So I'll say that to say I know myself and a few other people that I am connected with. It's hard to know. It's hard to know the right thing and still do the wrong thing. We all do it in different situations. We get to pick and choose. We get to pick and choose. We get to pick and choose. Sometimes I wish we couldn't, but there is choice. And then there are those special extenuating circumstances when it's a medical condition, or, there are other situations at hand that take precedence. And it's just harder, much, much harder, much, much more difficult. So giving way and respect to that, praying that you find the resources and connect. If there is any information that I can give you specifically, let me know. I'm at Trina W at awesomegodradio.com to help out, or to like be a buffer between some situation that you may be facing, and in an informational sense, giving you information and resources that way. By all means, I would love to be the resourceful one, giving you the information, or preferably you're seeking out others to give you that information. If it doesn't have to come from me, definitely doesn't have to. But this is Emerge to Wellness Network, and it is a resource of information, of help, of practical strategies and suggestions for living a well, a better, more whole and complete self, right? That's what this is. So by all means, Trina W at awesomegodradio.com. It's my email, and you can reach me there with your questions or maybe information that you need to know, especially here in Baltimore City. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. I wasn't thinking about my city. I was because I did just look up right there, like, am I sure where I am? I know where I am, but just looking up just so that you can know that the information is available even where you are. It's attainable by me, and I can give you that information as well. But I am here in Baltimore, Maryland. I have what personal attachment to different resources in this particular area due to my living here. This is my physical situation. So with that being said, praying that we are open to receiving resource. We are open to receiving prayer. We are open to receiving, the information that we need. And we're open enough and honest enough to express that verbally. If you don't say anything, you won't get anything. So having the wherewithal within ourselves, if more gumption is needed, more courage is needed, I'm praying for you that you get that so that you can speak up and ask for what it is that you need and state those things matter of factly in a manner that will be beneficial to you. Because there are many ways that we could express that, many ways we could express it and it not get us anything but in trouble. But in trouble. So having the wherewithal to speak up about those things in a way that turns out beneficial for you, where your end result will be met and you'll be placed on a path to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But that is the Wellness Wednesday for the day, and just talking about wellness, because I know I say it all the time. Wellness. I pray that you are well, and we say it in exchange and conversation a lot. Um, and self awareness, wellness, health, and wellness. All of those things that kind of go together and can be seen as synonymous. But we do need to take the steps to be well. Being well just doesn't happen through nothing. Taking the steps to be well, after knowing our situations, coming in connection with those situations, understanding them, recognizing, that's what I'm saying when I say connect with them, recognizing them, understanding them, and doing the due diligence that's within us all is choice and effort, right? That we take to meet and make ourselves well, right? And that's without causing harm. I'm going to throw that on there, without causing harm. Because sometimes we want things and we desire things that make us well, feel good, but they don't do so much for the other person. Yeah. So you can match that up with different situations. I won't go into it today, but you can match that up with many different situations. Sit back, think about it. And yeah, it can be very harmful to others. So we want to do that in a way where not only we win, but other people win. But not just that, but not just we win and other people are inflicted upon or there's conflict, you know? Yeah, let's not do that. So, in being well, may we seek to be well for ourselves, not only for ourselves, but for others as well. We don't want to put other people in harm or in danger or in any type of situation that is questionable or that is harmful to them mentally, physically, psychologically, um, or anything. Behavior wise, sexually, we don't want to cause harm. So let's focus on those things. That is your wellness tip for today. And I'm out of here. Let's see, just had don't forget to subscribe to the network, Emerge 2, the number 2 network, Emerge 2 Wellness Network. And I did talk about a name change on that was Monday. I did talk about a name change and it's coming. It's coming. I'm trying to throw on some things because I'm getting my LLC together and all of that stuff, which is so much fun. You guys know, which is so much fun. But at any rate, still trying to figure some things out and tweaking things here and there, doing the work. So I pray that you're doing the work. Yep, so that it can all be well. Don't want anything coming back saying anything. I can't stand that. So when you know the right way to do things, try to do them as right as possible. As right as possible. Um, with all due diligence so that your outcome can be better. Your outcomes can be better, they can be positive, and you have achieved what you set out to achieve, right? And then move on to the next and check it off and move on to your next thing. So that's it for me. That's it for me. I am out of here. Subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Instagram, Chat with Cat and Friends, Emerge to Wellness on Facebook and Instagram as well. On Twitter, Chat with Cat and Friends, Chat W Cat and Friends on Twitter. And let's see, I think that's about it. I'm on LinkedIn as well, Cat Wilson. Yep. That's about it. My email is trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. Send me in your announcements if you'd like to be on Chat with Cat and Friends. Please let me know. Send that to me as well, trinaw@awesomegodradio.com. Praise reports, birthdays, announcements, all of those things. Send them in to me. I would love to celebrate with you, touch and agree with you. We had awesome prayer this morning, Wednesday morning, Awesome God Radio. We get together to pray and thanking and praising God for that. If you'd like to participate, I will put that information in and maybe next Wednesday you can chime on the line. And when I say that, that's just a link in. If you want to speak, you can speak. If not, you don't have to say anything. I'm thanking you guys for your connection. Thank you for your support and your prayers. I am definitely and most certainly praying for you and hoping that you continue to emerge to wellness. That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's that positive vibe, y'all. That's what it's all about. Have a great and blessed day, guys. Have a great one.